Howdy folks, and welcome back to The Legend of Vox Machina. Today we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 4, which is titled Shadows at the Gates. Not a singular shadow, but plural. Multiple. There were two of them last time, a vampire, and I don't think we quite caught what was going on with his wife, Delilah, right? Her name was Delilah, right? I'm notoriously very bad with names, so forgive me if I'm misremembering that. But they dipped, so I don't think they would be at the gates here unless we're going to get more of Percy and what his whole entire deal is with whatever was going on last time. But yeah, we seem to be under arrest. I don't think that's going to stick, especially in a world where you can do mystical perception checks and stuff. I'm pretty sure somebody in that royal court is going to figure out that they are, telling the truth somewhat, not to blame. I guess technically Percy did shoot off the arm of a guy. Maybe Percy will just be the one in jail. Maybe the rest of Vox Machina will be a let go to clear his name, even though there seems to be a lot that he is hiding / not telling us. But yeah, I'm excited to watch on. I have been enjoying this show a lot so far. Like I said last time, the reactions have been doing very good, so that's always a booster as well as I'm recording these. And as the whiteboard implies, I, true to my word, finally kept a promise in one of my reaction series, and I have bought a set of dice. Let me get that good ASMR going in there. Here, I'm gonna rub the D4 on the... Yeah, that didn't pick up at all. Also, I don't want to poke my my little covering here, but I have bought dice. I'm gonna try my best to show them off because I could hold them like this. Oh, I dropped one. That does not count as a roll. But I could show them off like this, but the way my focus works is it's not going to be in focus. So apologies for the far away kind of shots. But here they are. They are from Mini Planet. I keep wanting to say Tiny Planet. They are from Mini Planet. I bought the Galaxy Dark colored ones, but they are a little more green than I expected them to be. But regardless, I finally have my first actual dice set, paid for by those of y'all watching via the ad revenue and Patreon and all that kind of stuff. So thank y'all. Thank y'all very much for watching these. As true to my word, if I make an absolutely heinous joke, I will roll the D20 and see what the humor check... What the dice dictates how good my joke was. Our first one was a virtual roll, so if we still want to count that was a 5, so we're gonna try to beat that. I still don't know what my humor modifier is. I personally would give myself a +2 to humor, but feel free to let me know in the comments what my humor modifier should be. I think I'm pretty funny sometimes, but my wife would disagree. My wife... I think that made me just lose one of my modifier points. This intro's dragging on. Let's get ready to watch this episode as I take the opportunity to thank you for watching me watch this thing. Hey, I mentioned Patreon just a second ago, but you can go there if you want to catch these uncut, unedited, the next one a little bit early, as well as do all the YouTube things while you are here on YouTube. Leave a like on this video, leave a comment on the video. Once again, let me know what my humor modifier should be. But yeah, just let me know what you think of this episode, of the reaction, anything you want to tell me. Before we move on to this one, I do know that somebody in one of the comments on one of these told me that these dropped on Amazon in sets of 3. So the very first drop of these was the first 3 episodes. So I'm technically starting up the second set of episodes. So I guess that'll be kind of interesting to think of as we move forward, as we kind of think of what they, at the very least, Amazon intended. I doubt that the people creating the show are like, okay, we got to group these up in bunches of 3, but for whatever reason Amazon saw fit to drop these in groups of 3. I have that knowledge moving forward, and with all that being said, I've done all the other things. Let's get started with The Legend of Vox Machina, Season 1, Episode 4, Shadows at the Gates, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go.
You've ruined our banquet, assaulted political allies, and risked the security of the realm!
And used the wrong fork at appetizers. That's what we like to call a callback.
It's been a very long evening. I will see that they are properly punished.
Oh, I bet you will.
Allura, something is very wrong with Uriel. He's under the Briarwood's influence. I can feel it.
That is a considerable accusation.
Just like you could feel the dragon last time.
I just need time and access to...
Imon owes you a debt, but that does not mean you are above the law. Though perhaps Uriel is being too brash.
It was self-defense. Claim self-defense.
You are hereby confined to your keep under house arrest.
What kind of confined are we talking about?
How can you arrest a house?
Slightly better than prison.
Your fate will be determined once we hear the Briarwood side of the story.
Well, you know those fuckers are gonna lie. Okay, so we are gonna pick up with them a little bit. I don't know how much, but...
Silas, stop!
The book? What's his name still has the book? Vax.
My book! They have my book!
It's my personal diary. I write about all the boys I like in there. And a couple girls, too.
We have the means of retrieving it, don't we?
In the form of some shadows. I see where this is going, I think. Anyway, as the intro plays, my tea for tonight is peppermint. So as always, if you are enjoying a beverage watching this, what are you drinking? I do genuinely love reading about what teas y'all are enjoying alongside me with these. And there is one other thing I wanted to call out. I know I've mentioned Percy a whole heck of a lot, but I have missed, and I only noticed in editing this last episode, and it made a lot more sense after seeing the end of that episode. But right here, there's a little flash of the plague mask, the sleep paralysis demon, for lack of a better term at this point for it. So I gotta know more about that. But additionally, one little detail that a couple people pointed out that I missed, that I noticed upon initially watching another reaction to that last episode, episode 3, is I'm really glad I was sold on Vampire before it was finally pretty much shown to us. But when Delilah and I can't remember, Silas were walking down the hall arm in arm, they walked by a mirror and he had no reflection, but she did.
The more you resist, the longer this will take.
I was already on my bullshit before that, but glad to be vindicated once again in the past.
Your belongings will be returned if you are exonerated. All points of egress to this compound are being surveilled. If you attempt to escape, you will be executed.
Your lives will be egressed if you try to egress.
I advise that you sit tight and wait for the Sovereign's inquiry.
And what, we're just supposed to sit here?
That's literally what he just said.
I'm sure you will find something to entertain yourselves.
Well, not Scanlan. He took his fucking musical instrument. Oh yeah, she got like run through with darkness last time.
I know we have a lot to talk about, but I'm not turning into a vampire, am I?
Yeah, that was my question last time too.
I withdraw the question.
Okay, well there we go. I'm glad I just pointed out about the reflection from last time.
If Uriel is under a charm, maybe Pike has a spell that can cure him.
About that though.
Oh,
Present.
I don't know. What she said.
We should focus on this book. I mean, look at dead bodies, wolves. It's some kind
Text
of
I can't
fucked up
read.
evil diary.
Maybe it talks about all the boys she likes, and maybe a couple girls too.
You think you can actually read this thing?
Well, yeah, I mean, I only just started translating it.
Oh.
So what does it say?
Oh, it says pyramid,
joke
spirits
incoming.
of the dead, and right here in tiny letters it says, fuck you, Vax.
Oh. Well, there was a joke right at my countdown, just not a dick joke.
We need to talk. All of us.
Especially you.
Percival.
Certainly. What would you like to discuss?
I want to know about the smoke. Sorry, I did loud.
See?
Sorry.
Me too.
Smoke. My weapon burns black powder. Perhaps
No.
that's what you saw.
No.
The Briarwoods came as allies. They brought dark ambitions.
Also
And allowed
noticing
no one to
sunlight,
stand in their way.
and I don't know what the
Children.
vampire rules are for D&D.
They slaughtered us in cold blood. Even our tutor, the man my parents entrusted
Oh,
with
that guy
our
looks evil.
safekeeping, betrayed us. The Briarwoods know I'm alive now, and they are not in the habit of leaving loose ends.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Forgot. Super strength.
You take me to the nicest places.
Oh, is she a necromancer? I threw out Lich last time just because a lot of her magic stuff seemed to be coming out of her choker. And I thought that might be like the point of like her phylactery. Right, that's what Lich's souls are included in, right? Now this just seems like...
The thing about an old keep like this, it's quite easy to miss small details.
And when you watch reactions too. But what I was gonna say, okay, so there's obviously something going on with her necklace, with her choker, right? Like I just said, I kind of assumed that was, you know, if she is indeed a lich, her phylactery. But maybe if it's like and this is where my lack of ball knowledge, as it were, for D&D comes through, because I don't know what the difference between like necromancer or warlock, or if necromancy is just something warlocks can do, like what the kind of separation of duties are for the darker side of magic, if you will. So I just don't know. Like, is that like does she get the power through some kind of demonic pact or something? Because I think that's what you have to do as a warlock in D&D, right? Your character has to have some kind of pact with a demon, right? So I don't know if that's just kind of evidence of that, or if it's just something else completely. I'm assuming, you know, I probably shouldn't assume, but if likely, we're probably not going to get any concrete details, except in a fight, characters know that they just kind of have to go for that as a weak point. And at some point, God willing, and the creek don't rise, they get a really good hit on it, knock it off, and then like Grog has an axe, right? He doesn't have a big old hammer. Does anybody have a big old hammer? Not really. I was just imagining somebody like taking a big old hammer to it and smashing it, and she's like, nah, and then like withers to dust or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, let's get back to this one as we uncover a couple secret tunnels within our keep.
Could do with some light, Pickle.
Yeah, about that.
You okay, Pikey?
Yeah, I'm fine. Keyleth, can't you give us a little sunlight?
The power of the sun in the palm of your hand.
Down. Come on. I can't do it.
We're here.
We're here. Oh.
And so are we.
Ah.
Fuck a duck.
We're still technically inside. We haven't broken any rules.
Can't be trusted. So we're separating you. Like children.
Oh, well, hey, see the two of them? The one who wants to know about the smoke?
It's fine.
Of course, Grog and Pike, once again. My favorite duo.
Oh, you can't take the cutlery. What if we get hungry?
Eat a fucking sandwich.
I like sandwiches.
He's out of his mind.
Scanlan's just like, but how do I cut the bread?
As a way to make our situation simpler,
Oh, no, he's just going for it.
the guards might catch the group, but not you and me.
True.
Ooh,
We could.
he's gonna make a run for
Why
it.
aren't we?
What about the bear? He's not very stealthy. Oh, he just, for lack of a better term, ate out the bread to make for a sandwich. Shadows? At these gates? In this economy?
Come on.
Also, I tend to fidget with things as I record. Usually it's like the wire to these headphones. But now that I have a D20 ready to roll at any moment, I find myself just like, just kind of rolling it around in my hand a little bit. Not to undercut this very sad moment with... Hi, Grog.
Sorry, Pikey.
Figured I'd go for confession. What does Grog have to confess?
Yeah, use this to talk to your goddess. Hello? This thing on? Am I talking in the wrong end?
Damn it, Grog. Oh.
Pike?
After that spell hit me, the Everlight, it's like she can't hear me anymore.
I mean, when people can't hear me, I'll just shout louder. Do you think she's mad at you? I mean, maybe you should just say sorry.
Sorry, I fucked up in combat and got hit by a spell. Hey, his nuts are down there, buddy. Playing nut tag wrong. Or ball tag? I think it was ball tag.
What the?
Oh. Oh, they are strong zombies. Or indeed shadows. That thing just went into the wall.
Uriel was mad, huh? We didn't ruin his entire dinner, just dessert.
blueprints for a new gun?
My Armande. I don't get to go home until I complete it and prove myself worthy.
Gotcha.
Which might not happen, so. I know you think you're alone, that we don't know what you're going through.
Everyone's going through something. Except Grog, maybe. He's always just living in the moment.
I think you're damn worthy.
Aw.
But there's a world of difference between your struggle and mine. Whether you succeed or fail, your family is still alive.
I think I know someone who might be able to bring them back, though. Oh god, I just realized. What if those are the shades that they raised? They seem to go to a graveyard that had, you know, stones, like headstones with writing and family names. I doubt that the Blackwoods, I think. Blackwoods who are from White Stone, I think, if I have my names correct. I doubt they gave Percy's family any kind of proper burial, or anything for that matter. Throw the bodies outside and let the crows get them, right? But the thought did cross my mind is that what if they're sending like the zombies or shades of Percy's family to come get him right there? That, I think, would be an insane step as far as... I mean, we already have these two established as villains, but to do something so absolutely evil, because, you know, sometimes, like, in writing, you need a villain to do something super villainous to establish themselves as a truly evil villain. Take, right at the beginning of JoJo's Part 1, what does Dio do with JoJo's dog? I shan't repeat it here, but it's not pleasant. You know, and I think I've read a quote saying that Araki has villains do bad things to dogs sometimes, which has become a running meme for JoJo's as like a shorthand to establish like, hey, this character's really fucking evil because look how they treat this poor pupper. So anyway, I said all that to say, if they like resurrect Percy's family in an attempt to kill him, and even if they don't succeed in killing him or whatever, at least maybe he can recognize his family and know that they're not fucking around. I think that would be really cool and just like super underhanded and evil. And I'm actually going to be a little disappointed if that's not what they're doing. But like I said, probably don't have a proper burial, probably don't even know where the bodies are, probably nothing left to resurrect. But it's a cool thought. You gotta admit, it's a cool thought.
What's the fuss, boy? Nothing's out here.
That's what you think. Oh no, something is indeed out here. And I mean, I can't really pick out too many details of these things, so another reason why I'm probably wrong. But still a cool idea. Oh, Scanlan.
Everybody up! Creepy shit incoming!
What did you do?
It's safer in here.
Don't look at me! All I did was make a hoagie! Chancing, I guess it was them.
Yep. Papa! Mama! Oh.
Scanlan! They want the book.
You know, now would be a really good time to have a cleric with holy magic.
Kaylee, heads up!
Maybe she does need to ask louder. Okay. Aw, that's so cool. Okay, so she can take multiple forms. I don't like being touched like that. Hey, and now they're in the shrine.
Oh, that sucked. No use in you being unarmed anymore.
Now kill the guards.
Could really use my loot about now.
I thought you said it wasn't a weapon.
Not that any of these will do fuck all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess they wouldn't have known better to not stand near the walls.
Why can't I hit you?
How do I kill that which I cannot smash?
Hang on, buddy.
And notice everyone's getting hit except Pike here. Oh, never mind, she's getting it. Oh, it's the flame. Of course, undead stuff is always weak to fire. Well, maybe just light in general. But I feel like usually fire is pretty effective against undead.
Pike!
I said I can't!
Remember, ask louder. Grog was right. Grog was right. He may not have a high intelligence stat, but...
Prove yourself.
Ooh, Keyleth getting a moment, too. I was going to say, are we just going to end the episode there? Oh, oh, yeah, that's right. They set this up earlier, too. Now that's loud. Oh, they're corporeal now. Yo, Keyleth over there just praising the sun. Nice. Well, I think they did it. And they still have the book, too. Mustard stains and all.
Where did those foul things come from?
Given the stains on the book. Does that make Scanlan the first ever incarnation of DJ Mustard? Mustard on the beat, ho? You know, I've been waiting all episode for just a terrible, terrible, terrible joke, and I think that was the one. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I roll lower than a 5, but let's get my first actual roll of a D20 in this reaction series going. I rolled a 14. I'll take it. With or without modifiers, I think that is a pass. So let me know what you thought of my DJ Mustard joke. If you do not listen to rap music, that probably meant nothing to you. Though I feel like Not Like Us was pretty hard to avoid anyway over the past like year and a half. So yeah, I feel okay with that one. I do think my joke last time was a little bit better, but what can you do?
The Briarwoods.
And they'll no doubt send more.
Honestly, I think my favorite part about this as a running bit is just grinding these reactions to an absolute halt while I just take the opportunity to like revel in a terrible fucking joke. They get back to Uriel and they're like, well, several of the people guarding you are now dead, so we're gonna add more murder charges?
I'm going to Whitestone.
And so are we.
Yeah, not by yourself, you're not.
If we beat Silas, his charm on Uriel will fade.
Oh, yeah.
We can clear our names.
We're going to do a murder to clear us of assault charges. Makes perfect sense.
We're all with you, but no more secrets.
Understood.
Now allow me to continue keeping this one big secret.
Trinket.
Aw, good boy.
Hi, buddy.
Of course the undead wouldn't go for the bear.
But you'll be safer here at the keep.
Oh, they're not bringing him.
We'll be back soon.
Oh, I'm devastated.
What do you want now?
Careful where you aim that thing.
And your loot.
Very well. To Whitestone.
To Whitestone.
Should probably get some supplies, huh?
Pike, though.
I can make a run to Gilmore's.
Not without me to negotiate.
I'm not going.
What? What do you mean?
I can't hear the Everlight. It's like you said, Grog. I think I need to tell her sorry. Properly. At a temple.
Really?
I'll come with you.
Oh.
Like old times.
Fuck the rest of
You
these
and me.
guys. Oh, so they had been together before this. Oh.
And they need you.
But what if I need you?
Don't make me cry. Just 4 episodes in.
You can always talk to me.
Oh.
Even if I'm not around.
Right through the fucking heart, dude. This is legitimately like getting me choked up here. What the fuck?
You're their light now.
Oh my god, she kind of is. Oh no, I love Pike. I hope she has her own little arc that we get to see. Not just completely absent from the show and then just like busting in when we need her. Like, I did it. Oh, and we know Scanlan likes her too. Oh, this is legitimately really fucking sad. Well, I wasn't expecting to get all emotional watching this early. I mean, I figured it was gonna come eventually, but like, damn, that hit me hard. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It's because they're 2 of my favorite characters in the show, and I've constantly been talking about how much I love the 2 of them interacting, and to get that little bit of a tidbit of the fact that they used to adventure together before. How did they meet? That is a duo I never expected to be a thing outside of the group as a whole. Now, I need that backstory now. I want a limited series of just the adventures of Pike and Grog. That would be wonderful. If the show was just the 2 of them, like, fuck the rest of the group. Like, they're my 2 goats. I mean, yes, I know I like Percy and and I've grown very fond of the others as well. I'm really glad Keyleth had a big moment here, because as I watched the first couple episodes, especially since we got a bunch of Percy backstory last time, after the first couple episodes, I was like, well, Percy, I like him. I like his whole design and his demeanor and everything, but we didn't get like really anything about him. Characters like Scanlan, like, wear their heart on their sleeve, and I'm sure he's got some like horrific backstory, right? Why he is the way that he is. But a character like that, who carries himself like that, who's nothing but dick jokes and all that, you know, is on a very surface level character, right? What you see is what you get. And we got a good amount of the twins, Vex and Vax, within the first couple episodes. But a character like Percy, like, obviously, like, he didn't do too much. We know that he wasn't super fond of their shenanigans. Seems to be one of the outsiders of the group. But we got a lot of him in this last episode, in 3. So I was like, well, the only character I feel like who hasn't had any real good moments, who spent a lot of the episode 1 just kind of messing up and not really being effective, was Keyleth. I mean, she spent the first fight of the whole series just horrifically drunk in the tavern, and her only attack that she did was puking at somebody, right? So I'm really glad that Keyleth had a chance to shine. No pun intended. You know, that should have been the thing I rolled for. Got a chance to shine in this episode. But yeah, because she needed that, especially if she's going to be, you know, like Pike said, the light of the party. Like, I'm really glad that she had a moment, because I guess a druid would be kind of the closest thing they have to a healer, what with like medicinal herbs and all that kind of stuff. Not quite as effective as a cleric, but you know, like, what's a cleric that can't speak to their god and do their light healy lay on hands stuff, right? So I don't know, it's tough. I really hope that Pike can rejoin them soon. I hope we do get some Pike in the interim, because she is one of my favorites. Ashley Johnson is a wonderful actor, and you know, if this was kind of how it played out in the show as well, in the podcast, I'd be really interested to see how they tackled it. Like, I don't know, did Ashley Johnson just have to like go be in the Last of Us or something? Because I'm trying to think when this came out. 2015 I think was a date I saw floating around about when it started. So that kind of oh no, Last of Us originally came out on the you know what, now hold on, let me just do a quick little Last of Us came out in 2013. Okay, so she wouldn't have gone off to do that, maybe, and you know, that would be well before Infinity Train as well. So I don't know, like, you know, with a big podcast like that, maybe, and obviously there's probably other things she's been in that I am forgetting or I'm unfamiliar with, right? But especially when you get a big group of that, like, of people who do a lot of work, getting them all together for D&D stuff might be difficult. That could be a good way to kind of like, if she has to like step aside, take a break from the podcast, my character's going to go off and do a thing by herself. Or if she was indeed still part of the group, like maybe her and Matt did some like one-on-one sessions or stuff. Because we definitely did, when I was playing with my group, we would definitely do some like side stuff one-on-one with the DM as well sometimes. But I think that's interesting. And if there is any kind of a real world parallel to this within the show, I'd be curious to know about it. Because, you know, with a show, you can just like, oh, this character's just not going to be in a couple episodes. But in a set group podcast thing like that, like that's a whole ass person that's there, right? It's just not a character in a show. It is a person, a friend that you're hanging out and playing games with, right? So that's, you know, and who knows, this whole side quest thing could be something they did just for the show. You know, taking liberties with their own story to change things around to make it make better television. I could see that happening as well. But I'm just, you know, something that piqued my curiosity, right? I mean, like I said, like they could have resurrected the Percy's family to come try to kill them, but that didn't happen, even though I think, just like I said, I think it's a good idea. So I don't know, things can change, stories can be told in different ways, and I'm curious to know the parallels. I have not checked out any of Critical Role since I've started watching this show. I know I said last time I need to, and I still do need to. I still need to consume some of it in some way. I think I did pull up like one video, like the first proper episode of the podcast, as it were, and they're just kind of sitting in a room, so the audio quality isn't very good. I'm sure they've gotten a lot nicer facilities and set up since then, but it was just them all kind of sitting in a room playing D&D as you do with your friends, which was, you know, it was interesting. I was traveling, so I wasn't like in a real good position to like watch something, but I just pulled it up just to like see it. But yeah, as far as the episode itself, it's, you know, the least amount of traveling, the least amount of adventuring we've done, given that they were under house arrest. I did like the spooky darkness, undead spirit, corpse zombies that could go into the walls. I think that was really, really cool. You know, hey, I'm always a big fan of like horror stuff, zombie movies, you know, of all types, like the slow walking zombies, the fast ones, like just all of it. Give me all the horror, just like right into my arm, please. So hey, the more of that we get, and you know that we got like kind of a vampire story last time, we got kind of a zombie story this time. I love that they're giving us like different flavors of horror, and I kind of hope that trend continues as well. Who knows, maybe we'll get, I know I said vampire already, but like the journey to Whitestone could be kind of like Jonathan Harker's trek to Transylvania within the original Dracula novel, of just like the closer they get, the more kind of fucked up the people are and how scared they are and everything like that. Like that could be really fun, I think. So hey, we won't know until we watch the show, right? So hey, I think I'm done here. Another fun episode. Can't wait to see more of their journey, but just please don't take Pike from us for too long. I need her as part of the group. I can't bear to see Grog sad. I know he's still going to be very effective in battle, but Grog sad, like, almost made me cry here. What if I need you too? Oh, I didn't think he had it in him. I know people keep talking about him having an intelligence stat of 6, which when I saw people commenting that, my initial thought was like, ooh, I've got 6 intelligence, 1 for each of you. Of course, not including himself. But you know, damn it if he doesn't just have a heart of gold, does he? So, hey. Real curious to see where the show goes from here. I think I'm about done here. So once again, don't forget to leave a comment, just telling me anything. Answer some of my questions. Don't go into spoilers for the show, but like as far as the layout of the show, like did this happen in the podcast as well? Pike going off on her own. Obviously, I haven't seen the next episode, so I don't know if we get like A and B plots of just following Pike and then the group and Pike and the group, and then they reconverge once again, hopefully sooner than later. But just you know, without spoiling things, just let me know how this played out or if this is totally created for the show. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out, and I'll catch you next time for the next episode of The Legend of Vox Machina. Take it easy, everybody.